Welcome to Tånga Trophy in Vårgårda. This year's event here for trucks. And what you see now is the old truck section. This is a Scania 1970 model 110. It is the last version, this type of truck, before it became like that red one that stands down there. It becomes 140. That is a later one. It's 143, that one. This is a Scania 75 Super. And it is from 1963. This was a very common thing how they looked back then, with a small trailer after, short one. That was common like that. And they had spare wheels, spare tire with them, in case of a puncture tire. Here we see an American example, a Peterbuilt. And they are very unusual here in Sweden. Most of them is not in use for normal traffic. They use them as hobby vehicles. If you look carefully through the driver's window, you can see something sticking up there. That is probably the gear shift. They have an idea that it shall be a very long gear shift stick. And therefore it is very big movements from gear to gear. And also a thing about this is that it is a fuller transmission in this, and it's unsynchronized, so it's not that easy to drive this. You must train a bit to understand how to shift gears. I mean, if it is an older gearbox, older transmission, then you have 3 sticks to take care of. The main one, high and low, and split. This is the gear sticks that it's possible to see there through the window. It sticks up there. Just behind the mirror, you see something leaning, sticking up. Here, here they have the hood lock for this kind of truck. And it is because it is a flip hood. You flip hood and fender like one unit forward to reach motor. And behind there, the cab, there is the sleeper. And that is how it has been for decades in USA, that you have long chassis and you have a sleeper for good comfort when you're out on the road. And it's very roomy actually compared with the facilities that we have here in Europe in normal trucks. But it is good. This contains balls. It looks like wood, that it is built of wood, but it is actually steel. And it is painted this way, custom painted, to look like this. And it is amazing. This owner clearly likes the sea and boats, ships, when they have this kind of picture painted on the side here. With a small ship There's more on this truck. This is clearly a Volvo, and also it is aluminum wheel. This this is aluminum. It's Alcoa. There's Alcoa wheels on this everywhere on this truck. I haven't seen this cover actually before. That is something a bit unusual. This picture shows a ship that is in danger, real danger. Fishing ship. Nice, very nice. This make me think of gangsters actually. 1920, 1930 gangsters. So I don't know if there is a TV series or something. This is a next generation truck. I'll go and see here if it is. Not possible to see an exact year, but they look a bit similar, these next generation trucks. This type of Scania is what Scania truck. That is what the company Scania produce nowadays. They only produce this flat nose cab over. They did produce torpedo nose sticking out, but they stopped that some years ago, before the next generation came. So this is actually rather unique. There is not so many of them, and they are produced down in Europe. This truck with these motors, so cowboys, and the text tells me that it is connected to that TV series called Yellowstone. So this is characters in that TV series. This truck has obviously received a lot of winnings in exhibitions with all these prizes. This big cup to the left there, right from passenger side. It has been successful on truck events like this. Nice. Look up in the roof. The lamp is up in the roof, and also there, and around the speakers it is red lamps. Nice. Welcome to a build for show. And they use these trucks. It's incredibly nice. Really nice. this is rather amazing that there is a lot of trucks that goes for the same company, LBC Borås AB. Can be different truck companies though, but I can see in the front windows that it is from the same truck company as well. And that is rather unusual that so many trucks from the same truck company comes to an event like this. Probably they came to this idea that I also want, and I also want. So they entered all of them, at least all these. These red trucks comes from one company as well, all of them. And they had done the same thing, that they all wanted to attend to this. And it is actually the driver for each truck that do the entering of this exhibition. It's not usually not the company, it is the drivers that pay for entering this competition. Here is proof that it's not only Swedish trucks that comes here. This one is from Norway, and the next one, the green one, is also from Norway. So there is some long distance guests. And that tells a bit about how important in truck shows this event is, because it is a system usually that these truck events can be connected. There are several truck events during the summer, and they want points. So if they take points in the exhibition, and then they go to the next exhibition and take points there also, then they can win in total. It is usually like that in the car shows, that it is like that you have to take part in several events to be the overall winner for the season. This is actually an international event, at least Scandinavian event, you can say, because we just saw these 2 Norwegian trucks, so it's not only for Sweden. And it is an exhibition and competition that the drivers, they want this to win the pokal. That shows that I have a really nice truck to be proud of. So that is, and also this is other companies that is here as well, but it is connected to trucks. Can be suppliers of things that you can use for cleaning trucks. It can be oils. It can be also there is a company here that sells trucks. A couple of companies that actually sell trucks and do service of them also. So it is truck connected. This is a good example of a truck that is used every day for normal use, but it's also a show truck. And the judges today, they look at everything. They look at how well cared it is, how good the paint are, if it's some kind of unusual paint. And they also, of course, if it is nice interior, they judge that also. They judge everything. How well this is done, and the condition and everything. That matters to the judges. This is real nice. This is a good example how you can use an entrepreneur truck with a hook to pull up and pull off this flatbed. Now this is a hook truck. You can you lift up this, you slide back this floor and down on the ground and unhook that on the ground, and then you can easily drive on the car or drive off a car, for example, or in a machine. because this is machine bed, but it is usable for cars as well, as you can see. It's very easy to drive up a car on this with these long ramps. And it is easy. So despite that this car is actually rather low here, you can see here the exhaust pipe is very low, and probably there is air suspension in this car, but still it's low. So these long ramps helps a lot to get on and off without problems, without it scratching something. So it's very useful, this bed. But you can park it at the ground completely. This is the hook I talked about. You can send this hook arm all the way down, actually, as low as possible, to hook or unhook a container for this system, or this flatbed that we saw just earlier. And it's so easy. You pull up with that. It goes up in this angle and down on the bed, and then forward. And then you have locking systems. You see small hooks almost all the way back that locks it. This truck you see now is a DAF, and it's probably new. This is for sale. It is from the company Scandvo that shows this truck, and another one that is a little bit more to the right. There is another truck that they also have for sale. You can't see it so well, but it is there. That one. DAF 530, and it is, as I said, it's brand new, probably. And it is for sale from Scandvo. This is a good example of a truck that has taken a lot of prizes too, as one more that we saw before. The judges have liked this truck a lot, and you see the result there from behind them with good prices. It is the end of the entrepreneur type of trucks, and all the way down you see the trucks that have a big crane, and the one truck with the crane, the two actually that is to the right side. These can probably lift things 18 meters out from the truck, but this cannot be so heavy, like 1 ton or something. But when it lifts more or less straight up, they can lift a lot. Despite that this truck is so beautiful painted and well polished, these are work trucks. They use them during the work weeks. It's not just for show. It is for exhibition, and of course every weekday they use them for work. Here you can also see an example of good result on exhibitions for trucks. This guy have also received a lot of prizes for a nice truck, and they like to show that for the audience that, look here, I have been successful and got a lot of prizes. Nice motive there on the side. Looks nice, really nice. this particular truck with this crane on the back, it is possible to extend it 32 meters out, and when it is 32 meters straight out to the side, they can lift 650 kilograms. But when you lift more or less straight up, it's a lot of tons. So this is impressive, this truck. And it's actually a female driver also, a young female driver, and they are good also. There are a lot of good female drivers here in the country. This is also part of the type of entrepreneur trucks and cranes. They lift heavy stuff, but this first truck is actually a combination truck because it has a hook also. So it can be used two ways. This part is a trucks with that is used for timber. They go to forests and collect timber and go to sawmills to deliver, and they drive all around the year except for vacation, of course. But usually they go all around the year. It's not unusual that it is two drivers in a truck like this. This truck that you see now, this yellow one, is for repairing Swedish roads when it is small damages. And this boom, they can send out gravel and also a bit. It is like oil glue that they spray first, and then they spray this fine gravel to repair their own. It is small damages. And it's good condition. Keep it in good condition. Because what you usually see when it comes to these trucks, there can be a rather bad condition because of the kind of work it is. Yeah. And you take pride in being the way for all of us. Yeah. But on the other hand, these small holes in the road disappear. Yeah. In this monter, this sales place, they have even trucks for the smallest truckers. And if they can't drive themselves, it is actually radio controlled as well. So you can, as a parent, drive the truck for the young trucker. I saw it earlier that it was possible. Nice. That is for parents that really care that the children will become truckers. This is truck and trailer, and if you want it, it is 6,875 Swedish crowns. But it is truck and trailer. Nice. For the smallest truckers.